Zuora Revenue will support Henry Core with flexibility to manage variable consideration for relevant revenue contracts. Henry Core Revenue Accounting team can automatically create variable consideration estimates when a sales order line is collected. Alternatively, Henry Core can also upload variable consideration estimates or actuals to Zuora Revenue by using file upload. After that, Zuora Revenue can perform different variable consideration related operations based on the uploaded file, such as updating variable consideration estimates, clearing variable consideration actuals, or canceling final actuals. With new expansions and acquisitions, it would be the right moment to bring process improvements and introduce further automation within revenue accounting. The process can be managed by artificial intelligence, where risk level will be reduced and consistency achieved due to minimum human interaction. Zuora Revenue will support Henry Core precisely and accurately when it comes to variable consideration management. To make sure variable consideration is set up accurately, the following mandatory step needs to be taken. So step number 1, create variable consideration related accounts, which are required for all variable consideration types. Step number 2, configure variable consideration policies, which include variable types, formulas, and rules. And step number 3, edit the POB templates to specify variable consideration assignment information. After the variable consideration policies are set up, the defined variable consideration tab must be mapped to appropriate POB templates. When transactions are uploaded to Zuora Revenue, POB and variable consideration criteria can be applied for enabled variable consideration types. Alternatively, it can be manually uploaded to Zuora Revenue to accomplish the following things related to variable consideration you need. 1, create variable consideration estimates for transaction lines that does not have an estimated variable consideration. 2, update existing variable consideration estimates, either system applied or manually uploaded. 3, bulk update of various variable consideration types for multiple revenue contracts. 4, upload actuals or adjustments to an estimated variable considerations. 5, clear variable consideration estimates, actuals and finals. And 6, cancel the previously processed actuals and final actuals. 2 menu options are provided to manually upload variable consideration to Zuora Revenue. Both options require you to create a template, download the template file, fill the data, and then upload the file again. So number 1, file upload for variable considerations. And number 2, the file upload for transaction and cost. After the variable consideration process completed, the corresponding variable consideration upload line will be updated to the process status. The process variable consideration will be associated with defined transaction line and can be viewed in the workbench. And of course, the process variable consideration will be reflected on the revenue contract detail page in the workbench from the following aspects. It will be shown under Overview tab when revenue contract is associated with either systems applied variable consideration or manually uploaded variable consideration. The price adjustment value is calculated based on corresponding variable consideration formula. The value will change for every adjustment through estimate or actuals by variable considerations upload. Also, that would be found under Contracts and Order tabs. And of course, you can find it under Waterfall tab. If the appropriate waterfall type is defined for variable consideration account, the waterfall data is available for that account. And finally, that can be found under Revenue Summary tab. The accrued variable consideration amount is displayed as a variable consideration liability amount. Until it is cleared, then actuals are brought in. Revenue recognition is a complex process as is, but managing this manually makes this process even more complicated, where required controls for each process is fading away and replaced with quick fix steps just to close the month end and sign off the accounts. The risk level is really high. Using out-of-box functionalities will help the team to have a clear revenue recognition view and management of contracts where variable consideration arrangements exist. This approach allows Zuora Revenue to do the transactional work and let the Henry Core accounting team to focus on more non-standard scenarios where analytical attention is required to make the right decision when revenue contract is reviewed prior to system upload.